time, please direct your attention to the Jumbotron.
Dear Miss Gwaltney, thank you for being a great inspiration on my life. You changed my ability to learn by having our phones away all class. I was really able to focus on what was being said during your class. Thank you for all you've done.
Dear Miss Salmon, in my short time at Enterprise, you have showed me so much compassion and generosity. I enjoy your class and your way of teaching, and I thank you for all the memories you've given me. I will remember you as one of my favorite teachers from Enterprise. Sincerely, Will Martin.
My teacher impact is Miss Rhodes. When I first moved to Enterprise as a freshman, Miss Rhodes was one of the first people to welcome me with open arms. I will never forget her kindness, hospitality, and how caring she was. And these things still continue even though I don't have a class anymore. Thank you for everything you've done, Miss Rhodes.
Dear Miss Salmon, I just wanted to thank you for being such an amazing teacher. You always made school fun. I really enjoyed learning in your class. You always made hard things fun. You're not only a great teacher, but such a great person. I really appreciated the time and effort you put in helping me. Thank you again for everything you've done. I'm really grateful for such a great teacher.
Miss Salmon, thank you for the time you've brought into me and the rest of the students. You truly have a positive impact on everyone that comes in your class, and you've helped me in life and inside the classroom. It means a lot. Thanks, Brad.
Dear Miss Salmon, I am very appreciative for having you as my teacher. I enjoyed many of the fun moments in your class. Every day was filled with excitement walking into your class. Thank you for the great conversations and teaching you have given me. Well,
Dear Miss Smith, thank you for taking care of me and sticking your neck out for me during my freshman year and making sure I knew the ways going around and making sure my head was up no matter when I was tired or whenever I was down. And, yeah, thank you.
Dear Mrs. Dunn, I want you to know that myself and many others truly appreciate your teaching. No matter how difficult or easy a subject may be, you always go out of your way to make sure each and every one of your students understand. You find ways to make class engaging and fun, allowing people to relieve any stress they have during school. Because you put so much effort into teaching and supporting me, I want to say thank you, and again, please know you are truly appreciated.
Dear Mrs. Johnson, thank you so much for all the great memories we have created together. You have made a huge impact on my life. You challenge me every day in class to being my school mom. My highlight from your class would definitely be pulling the emergency shower on your head. Thank you for being kind, respectful, fun, and most of all, patient with me during your class. I just want to thank you so much again for everything you have done for me. Your favorite face indeed.
Dear Mr. Griffin, thank you for being a great teacher. I appreciate all the memories we made through my high school career. I always enjoyed coming to your agriculture class in first or second block. Thank you, Mr. Griffin.
Dear Miss Dan, I just want to take a moment and thank you for everything you've done for me as a teacher. Your patience, your encouragement, and dedication didn't go unnoticed. You've not only taught me lessons in the classroom, but you've also set an example for hard work, kindness, and perseverance that I truly admire. You always push me and give me my best effort, believing in me, and that means more than you will know. I appreciate the time and care you put into every lesson and how you make learning both meaningful and enjoyable. Thank you for investing in me and all your students. I'm grateful to have you as my teacher, and I know the lessons you taught me will last long after your class. From all.
Chief meteorologist at WTVY TV in Dothan. What a matchup we have tonight. Dothan taking on Enterprise, a classic battle here. And the weather will be warm as we begin the game. 85 degrees, some passing clouds out there as we go through the evening hours, gradually falling down to 79 with a few clouds, light winds overall. Very hot for the weekend, too, with highs in the 90s. Hey, enjoy the ball game. For highlights, catch News 4 at 10. And now your starting lineup for your Dothan Wolves. On defense, number 99, Xavier Navarro. At tackle, number 17, Jordan Bigham. At tackle, number 5, Norris Ford. At linebacker, number 27, Vincent Jones. At linebacker, number 22, Deshaun Hart. At inside linebacker, number 13, Aaron Scott. At inside linebacker, number 0, Jadavius Hunt. At corner, number 8,
Jaden Ruffin. The other quarterback, number 7, King Hall. At safety, number 4, Jason Booth. Here at free safety, number 18, Joshua Lewis. Now starting on offense. At center, number 52, Ricky Charles. At guard, number 55, Aiden Warren. At guard, number 64, Toby Allen. At tackle, number 75, Aiden Jackson. Tackle number 78, Colin Truitt. The tight end, number 10, Tanner Johnson. At running back, number 1, A.J. Alexander. At running back, number 21, Lathan Meadows. At wide receiver, number 3, Daniel George. In the slot, number 9, Jordan Rollins. And at receiver, number 6, Marcus Reeves. And at quarterback, number 2, Sam Broadway.
And now introducing your starters for your Enterprise Wildcats. On offense, at wide receiver, number 3, Will Falk. At wide receiver, number 17, Braden Cook. At wide receiver, number 5, Keon Kilo. At tight end, number 11, Cates Blackman. At center, number 65, Groshan Sellers. At left tackle, number 71, Andrew Bouchard. At left guard, number 72, Josh Motley. The offensive line, number 51, Pete Pritchett. At right guard, number 76, Zach Stinson. At right tackle, number 66, Colvin Holland. At running back, number 7, Jarrell Reese. At running back, number 2, Caleb Knowles. And at quarterback, number 9, Mason Burkhart. On defense, number 5, defensive end, Brady Wadsworth. At defensive tackle, number 33, Aiden Arney. At nose guard, number 26, Landon Creech. At defensive end, number 10, Kyron Lewis. At inside linebacker, number 25, Walker Turner. At inside linebacker, number 45, Gavin Whiteside. At safety, number 8, Hayes Woodall. At cornerback, number 14, Curtis Owens. At safety, number 1, Brack Sawyer. And at free safety, number 9, Gardner Dunn. On special teams, kicking, number 47, Jose Seguro Rocha. Punting for the Wildcats, number 16, Will Martin. Long snapper, number 41, Boyd Boykin. And holder, number 12, Mac Houston. And your head coach for the Wildcats, Coach Ben Blackman.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the presentation of the colors? Showing the national colors is Trayvon Jarrett. The state flag, Jenica Kelly. Right guard, Chris McCarthy. And left guard, Luke McCarthy. Please remain standing while welcome given by Enterprise High School student and Wildcat rep, Kaylee Nina.
On behalf of Enterprise High School, I would like to welcome our Wolf fans from Dothan and our Wildcat fans from Enterprise. Will you please join me for our prayer? Dear Lord, we thank you today for allowing us to gather at this game. We pray that you watch over the safety and well-being of the football players, officials, band members, and any volunteers involved. Let this game go on without issue. In your name we pray. Amen. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, for our national anthem.
worship at First Methodist Church.
Sometimes teams just gel, and this one did. They were a super team all year. They practiced hard. They hustled every day out there in practice. That's the kind of team you like to have, and they deserve what they got. I guarantee you that. They just put it together.
When you step out of this locker room tonight, and you snap this thing up, and we go out here, we're one team, one heartbeat. We become a brotherhood that they will talk about for ages. You understand? Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Get out your feelings, get in your bed. I dropped the ceiling, so I made a man.
He's after 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Wildcats.
I'm the pilot, I got my wings now. Porsche GT3 RS, got the wing got.
This is Enterprise Football.
It's Dothan versus Enterprise, and you're about to see it for the 95th time. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wildcat Stadium, along with the voice of the Wildcats, Fox Fleming, analyst Rex Bynum, producer Rick Howard, director Brian Harvin, and videographer Jamie Lunsford. This is Ricky Adams here to bring you tonight's exciting action between the Enterprise Wildcats and the Dothan Wolves. And here's Broadway Rex Bynum to tell you all that you need to know about tonight's game and the history of the series.
Ricky, it should be an exciting football game tonight. Just had a toss of the coin. I think the Cats won the toss and have elected to receive to start the football game. But this should be a great ball game. Dothan's probably got a little more team speed than the Cats have this year. We don't have quite that team speed. You know, they run that single wing offense, so we got to be disciplined on defense. That's one thing Coach Blackman mentioned at quarterback club today. And of course, offensively, we just got to do like we did last week, mix in the run and the passing game, and hopefully we can get some big plays here early in this football game.
And here to bring you all the exciting action is the voice of the Wildcats, Fox Metcalf Fleming.
Yet Enterprise will be receiving as Dothan kicks off for the Cats. Deep back, standing back inside the 15-yard line. Castillo kicking off for the Wolves. Clark and Kilo back deep, kicks it over to the right side. Clark on across the 20, 25, 30, 35, and finally knocked down up near the 40-yard line as the Cats start 1st and 10.
A great start to the football game. Nice kickoff return. Cats offense in great field position on their first possession.
Number 3 will fall on the return of the Wildcats. 1st and 10 after the 41-yard line.
And the Cats start 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line, following that great kickoff return by Will Falk. Far side of the field, moving from right to left for the 95th meeting of Dothan and Enterprise, according to Mr. Adams. And penalty flag. Looks like we had some early movement. We'll wait for the call. And Coach, Wildcats moved a little bit early, 1st and 15. Fakes it. Burkhart takes it on the right side. Plenty of room. 50, 40, 45, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. Mason Burkhart on a big run on 1st and 15.
What a great play call. A great execution. I don't know exactly what happened to the defensive end or outside linebacker. I guess he went with the speed sweep guy, but nobody picked up Mason Burkhart. And it just became a foot race down the far sideline. And I tell you what, Mason Burkhart got pretty good speed. And Cats strike very early here in this football game.
Rocha in to attempt the point after. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 11:41 to go in the first quarter, Enterprise scores 1st and 15 and goes ahead 7-0 over the Dothan Wolves.
Extra point by Rocha, good. Enterprise leads 7-0.
And for the Wolves, George back deep as Rocha Pooch kicks it to the near side. Going to hit the ground at the 20, bounce up, and hit quickly and taken down at the 22. Good coverage that time. And I believe that was Alexander on the return.
Yeah, they did us a favor by not catching the ball in the air. It hit the turf, and I tell you what, for just a split second, I thought the Cats had a chance to get it. But a great Pooch kick. Fortunately for us, the Wolves return guy didn't handle it, but good defense has got good starting position. Let's see, Dothan's got it on 23-yard line.
Enough goes around the right side. He gets out across at 25 and up near the 26.
Yeah, that's that.
George on to carry.
Misdirection out of that single wing. That's one thing Coach Blackman mentioned, that defensively, guys have got to be very disciplined, do their job, fill their gaps, and not go for all the eye candy in the backfield.
Wadsworth on the start the Wildcats, 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 from the 26-yard line. Ball takes it, hands it off the right side again. Got some running room out across the 30 and out of bounds up near the 32, 33-yard line. Brings up 3rd and short.
Yeah, nice block on the outside. Good cut by the running back for the Wolves. I talked about their speed, and of course Mason Burkhart showed a lot of speed on his touchdown run. Big play. But like Pops, I think they have given him a first down on that carry.
Making his stop for the line, number 25, Walker Turner.
Dual wideouts to the far side of the field. Alexander lines up on the left side. Broadway hands it to Alexander. He's got a first down and more. Breaks it to the left side. Breaks a couple of tackles by the Cats. And finally brought down out across the 40-yard line, but picks up a Wolf first down.
Yeah, that was a great running. I thought we were going to hold him to about a 3-yard gain. He kept just turning those legs and spinning. Picked up about 7 or 8 yards on that first down play.
Alexander on the carry for out to the 41-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and short for the Wolves. Wildcat formation by Alexander, loses his footing around the left side, and he may pick up a yard, brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, they helped us out. I don't know exactly what happened. I didn't see anybody trip him up. He just kind of stumbled, but it looked to me like he was about to get to the outside and be a foot race to the end zone, but a big break for the Cats.
Third and 2. Broadway takes it, hands it to Alexander off the left side. He's going to be stopped just shy of the 45, but not before he picks up a Wolves first down.
Yeah, pretty good job defensively off the right side, but it didn't need much for the first down. Didn't get much, but he did get that first down.
Alexander on the carry for Wolves first down. Hayden Hardy on the South Enterprise.
First and 10 for the Wolves at their own 44. 6:50 on the clock. Hands it off left side, nowhere to go, and stopped with no gain.
Yeah, that's that little wing back reverse that run out of that single wing. We did a good job of staying at home, playing our position, and actually threw him for about a yard loss. Great job by the defensive front for the Cats.
Brady Wadsworth making the South Enterprise, brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 for the Wolves. Man in motion. Hands it off again around the left side. Number 9 on to carry.
Another good job by the Cat defense. Just kept him, stringing him going east and west and just ran him right out of bounds. Cat's got a chance to get off the field on this 3rd and long for the Wolves.
And Wildcat defense needing a Napa know-how. 3rd down stop, 3rd and 9, 7:42 to go in the first. Enterprise leading 7-0. Wide outs to the near side of the field. Throws it downfield, has a man open complete inside the 40, and still going, and gets down to the Wildcat 35-yard line, I believe, before his momentum was stopped, but not before it picked up a Wolves 1st down.
Yeah, nice throwing catch. Just a little seam route by the tight end. And the quarterback for the Wolves hit him right in stride to pick up that big 1st down. Big play for the Wolves.
Whiteside.
Whiteside on the stop for the Wildcats.
1st and 10 for the Dothan Wolves at the Wildcat 35. Far hash mark moving left to right. Man in motion. Hands it off, makes a cut, and he's there inside the Wildcat 30.
Again, another good play on 1st down for the Wolves.
Alexander on the carry for the Wolves. Down from the Enterprise 32-yard line.
Wolves putting together a good drive right here. The Cat defense needs to kind of bow up and at least maybe hold them to a field goal attempt on this drive.
2nd down at the 28-yard line, just inside the 28. 1st quarter, Citizens Bank scoreboard. 7-0, man outside, 1 man to beat. Touchdown Wolves. A lot of speed as number 21, Meadows, got around the corner. Now ran the Cats to the end zone.
Yeah, they did to us what we did to them, a little fake, a little like they kind of froze our linebacker. And once he hit the crease down the sideline, as you said, Fox, he just took it right into the end zone. Great drive by the Wolves to answer the Cats' long run.
Castillo comes in to attempt to point after. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good, and we are tied 7-7 with 6:30 to go in the 1st quarter. Enterprise High School football brought to you by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise on the Wildcat and FHS Sports Network.
Extra point good. Tied 7-7.
I think we're going to take the heat timeout right now. I think that's what the officials are signaling.
And Castillo kicking off for the Wolves. Falk and Kilo back deep at the 11-yard line. Kick to the near side. And it's going to go out of bounds, and the Cats will start 1st and 10.
That was a tremendous drive by the Wolves. Very methodical. The big play, of course, was the third long pass to the tight end right down the seam. That got them down in the scoring position. Of course, they took care of business when they got down there. But a good response there from the Wolves offense after the Cats. Quick strike, touchdown on their first possession.
First and 10 for the Cats from their own 35-yard line. Far hash mark moving right to left. Tied 7-7, brought to you by Citizens Bank of Enterprise. Hand off to reach on the right side, nowhere to go, loses a yard, brings up 2nd down.
It looked like the Wolves had one of their defenders shoot the gap, penetrated into the backfield. And I think by the time Zarrell got the handoff, the linebacker was there to make that play.
Reese on the carry, fails the game, brings up 2nd down. Tomorrow making the shot for Dothan.
2nd and 10 for the Cats. Burkhart fakes it, rolls to the left side, looks downfield, throws it over the middle, and incomplete, intended for Blackman.
Yeah, good coverage by the Wolves secondary. It looked like Case kind of got tied up a little bit as he was trying to run his route, but good coverage. The Wolves are really pressuring the line of scrimmage. I think their entire defense was up within probably 6 or 7 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Cats back to pass. Incomplete, intended for Falk, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, again, good coverage in the Wolves secondary. Nice end cut by Will Falk. Good throw, but the defender there was batted away. Good job by the Wolves defense on that series by the Cats.
Good snap, punt by the Wildcats. Good high punt. Going to go out of bounds, though, off the side of his foot. And we'll wait for the spot as the Wolves start 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And not only did the Wolves force a 3 and out, again, not a very good punt, have great field position on their second possession. There was a penalty, Fox. I didn't see exactly what. I didn't see the flag start with, but 15-yard penalty must have been unsportsmanlike conduct or something.
And 1st and 10 following the penalty at the 41-yard line of the Cats. Hands it off to Alexander, and he's stopped on the far side of the field by Walker Turner.
Yeah, Walker Turner, the leader of the Cat defense. There was a little crease off that left side. I tell you what, Walker Turner did a good job to make that play.
Second and 6. Brought away, shotgun formation. Hands it off to Alexander off the left side. He's going to be stopped at the 35-yard line. White side there to make the stop.
Yeah, the Wolves offensive line, a little fold block in there, but a good job by the defensive front, held about a yard. Another big third down right here for the Wolves offense. Cats need to kind of hold them right here, and I'm sure Coach Kennedy, the head coach for the Wolves, this may be 4-down territory anyway, right down here inside the 40-yard line.
And the Cats again needing a Napa know-how stop on 3rd and about 5. Brought away at the direct snap this time to Alexander. Run down from behind. And he'll be close to a first down, maybe come up 1 yard short. As Creech was there.
Good job again by the Cat defense. Brings up this 4th down. I'm sure, yes, the Wolves are going to give it a go right here.
.21 off the left side, got some running room and gets outside, and one man to beat and knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal as Woodall made the stop for the Wildcats.
Yeah, big play. It looked like just student body left with just a direct snap out of the single wing, and he found a crease off that left side. Eggs Woodall saved the touchdown. Cat defense, they need to stiffen right here and force a field goal attempt, not give up another touchdown.
First and goal, direct snap. And Alexander will be inside the 5-yard line. And it'll be ruled down at the 4.
Alexander on the carry down to the 4-yard line. Whiteside making the stop for the Wildcats.
Wolves seem to have had their success running off their left side, our defensive right. We'll see what they do on this particular play.
Broadway shotgun formation, again direct snap. Hands it off to 9. Inside, touchdown Wolves.
Yeah, that's that little inside reverse with the wingback reverse. Executed very well. And the Wolves have struck again.
And the kick is up by Johnny Castillo and good. And with 2:52 to go to first, the Dothan Wolves take the lead 14-7 over the Enterprise Wildcats. Watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise on the Wildcat NFHS Sports Network. Falk and Kilo back. Fair caught at the 30-yard line, and the Cats start 1st and 10.
Good pooch kick from the Wolves. That was handled, I believe that was Case Blackman to handle that from the kickoff. Cats offense, and we need to respond now. The Wolves have kind of taken over this football game offensively, very methodical. Just drove it right down the field, making it look rather easy. And so the Cat offense, we've had that one big play. We need to put together some first downs right here and put a touchdown on the board.
Yeah, the Cats get ready to go. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Dothan leads 14-7 over Enterprise. Presented by Citizens Bank. Burkhart in the backfield. Rolls to the left side. Throws it out in the flats. Complete to Fault at the 35. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, we brought Will Fault in motion, and then he did an out cut. A sprint out action by Mason Burkhart. Hit him right in stride. Good gain on 1st down for the Cats.
Second and 5, throws it out in the flats to Fawn on the left side, breaks one tackle up near the 39-yard line, and he'll be very close to a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a little like a little quick screen out to Fawn on the right side, and the defensive back did a good job of tripping him up. I believe it'll be enough for a 1st down for the Cats.
Sponsored by
First and 10 for the Cats. A Watson Glass Enterprise 1st down. Line of scrimmage now the 39. Far hash mark moving right to left. Rolls to the left, looks downfield, throws it long, has Will Fault open, and just off his fingertips, incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a nice throw. Mason Burkhart, I thought for just a split second, Will was going to come down with that one.
Second and 10 for Enterprise. Hands it off around the right side. Maybe picks up a yard.
The going's been tough on our running game. Other than Mason Burkhart's long run, we haven't really generated much on the ground. Big 3rd down right here for the Cat offense. We need to convert this, at least keep hold on the football, keep it away from the Wolves.
And Knowles on that carry for the Cats. Picked up a yard. Brings up 3rd down. Line of scrimmage now the 41. They need to get out to the 49 for a 1st down. 1:12 to go in the first. Burkhart back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Has a man open. Cuts to the left side. Hit up near midfield, but not before he got a 1st down.
Yeah, I believe that was Kenyon Kilo on a little screen right in the middle of the field. Good timing. Good throw from Mason, and Kenyon was able to pick up that 1st down. Big play for the Cat offense. Oh, we got a flag over here, Fox, on the side. I didn't see it.
John Hart on the stop. Penalty on the play goes against Enterprise.
And brings up 3rd and 10 from the 39. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Dothan leads 14-7, brought to you by Citizens Bank. Back to pass, gets pressure, cuts back to the left side, and he's going to be down up near the 38-yard line, loses a yard, brings up 4th down.
What a great job by the Wolves secondary. Mason Burkhart had plenty of time to find a receiver, but nobody came open. He danced around a little bit looking for a crease to run, but the pocket just kind of collapsed on him, and the penalty negated that drive.
Yeah, the first quarter comes to an end here at Wildcat Stadium. Bill Bacon Field. Dothan Wolves lead the Wildcats 14-7. You're watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise, across Southeast Alabama, Northwest Florida on the Wildcat NFHS Sports Network. Again, back at Wildcat Stadium, Fox Swimming Law with Coach Rex Bynum, Ricky Adams, Lance Sharber. Punt goes off the right side, inside the 35 and down to the 31, and the Wolves will start 1st and 10 as we start this second quarter with the Dothan Wolves with the lead, 14-7.
Hopefully the Cats have made some adjustments on the sideline defense to kind of slow down the Wolves. They do a good job on one, maybe two of the plays, but then all of a sudden they break one off and pick up a critical first down. When they get down into the red zone, they know where that end zone is. So Cat defense, we need to kind of blow up right here, force a 3 and out.
Sam Brownaway, the general for the Wolves, keeps it himself, and he's going to be up near the 33 before he's tackled by the Wildcats.
That's a good start. This first down, holding to about a yard.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second and 9. A.J. Alexander takes it off the right side, breaks a tackle, spins, still going across the 40, picks up a first down and stopped at the 44-yard line.
We had that defense pretty well to the outside, but Alexander made a nice cut back up underneath and found that little crease, and he's got a good quickness, and he was able to pick up that first down.
Making the stop for the Wildcats.
First and 10 for Dothan. Gives it to the first man through. Got one man to beat. Cuts it inside the 40 to the 37. And picks up another Dothan first down.
Yeah, again, they're having great success off their offensive left side. We haven't made any adjustments yet. We can't slow them down off that left side. That was just a big play.
Gardner Dunn making the stop for the Wildcats.
First and 10 for the Wolves. Wildcat 37. Direct snap. 21 hands it off to number 6. Breaks a tackle, still going. And finally brought down. 2 men had him, but he spun and kept going. Good second effort by Reeves.
Yeah, those backs are running hard. They don't look overly big, but they're pumping those legs and keeping that momentum going. Kind of got the Cat defense on their heels right now.
Patterson making the stop for Enterprise. Brings up 2nd down.
Off the right side, good speed. He's got a first down and more over on the far side. Number 21 again, Meadows.
Yeah, I think we had position, but again, they had too much speed to the outside. We looked like we were going to stop them for about 4 or 5 yard gain, and he just turned in a little extra burst and picked up that first down.
First down at the Enterprise 28-yard line.
First and 10 for the Wolves. The line of scrimmage becomes a 27 on the far hash mark. 9 minutes to go in this first half. Dothan leads 14-7. Trips out to the near side of the field. Wildcat formation. Snap goes to Alexander off the left side. And he's through the hole and down inside the 20. Finally stopped by number 25, Turner.
Yeah, they split their quarterback out and just put Alexander in the Wildcat, and we'll call it the Wolves offense. And, that's a pretty good offense because you've got man-on-man blocking. So there's a flag. It is a hold against the Wolves. That'll help us out a little bit.
And once again, thanking all of our sponsors, our heat timeout and refueling stop, BTB Wings and Things on Bull Weevil Circle, Dolphin Street. Open till 10 o'clock tonight. Players and cheerleaders coming by get 10% off with uniforms on. Also by Garrett Griffin Agency, all your insurance needs, and make sure you go by and see them. Brought away back to pass, throws it off the hands of his receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah, he was open in the middle. Probably would have picked up about 10 or 12 yards. It looked like he just kind of took his eyes off of it.
Swings up second down.
We talk about the Cat defense having to, play their position. It seems like we might have to take start taking some chances, shooting some gaps, and try to create some havoc in the backfield.
8:27 to go in the first half. Dothan up 14-7. Handoff around left side. One man to beat. Great shoestring tackle that time. As I believe that was going to be Gardner Dunn saving that for the Cats.
Yeah, he had a crease off the left side, and that was a touchdown saving tackle, no doubt about it.
And Johnson goes into the defensive backfield for the Cats. Third and about 12. And a direct snap. 21 has it. And he's still going inside the 5. Touchdown, Wolves.
Well, they ran off the right side this time, but they had the same results. We just don't have an answer for them right now. Cats feel like we're just kind of sitting back, and they're taking the fight to us.
And with 7:38 to go in the first half, Dothan takes the lead 20-7 as we await the extra point by Castillo. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Dothan Wolves lead the Wildcats 21-7. Here at home, you're watching Enterprise High School football, presented by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise, on the Wildcat and FHS Sports Networks.
Extra point by Castillo, good. Dothan 29, Enterprise 7.
Falk and Kilo back deep for the Cats. Castillo kicks off deep. And got a penalty flag at the 40 and a re-kick.
Penalty goes against Dothan.
And as we get ready to kick off to the Cats, as Enterprise will be returning from left to right. Mind about the Garrett Griffin Agency with all your insurance needs. Good high kick. Going to be fielded at the 7-yard line. Crosses the 10, 15, Kilo with it. Cuts across 25, 30, 35, 40, and up near the 45-yard line, but we've got a penalty flag back at the 20.
Kilo on the return, penalty flag at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Cats. They gated that great return.
And Coach that's going to back the Wildcats up deep as they start 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line with 7:32 to go in this first half, trailing by 14.
Yeah, that was about a 40-yard penalty right there, I think.
Burkhart stands back at the 5, Reese behind him, and another flag on the play.
Penalty goes against the Wolves. First down at the 16-yard line.
And first down for the Cats up at the 16-yard line, a little over 7.5 minutes to play. Burkhart back to pass, looks to the right side, throws it long. And penalty flag comes out as he was open, both fighting for the ball, intended for number 5, Keon Kilo.
Pass intended for Kilo, penalty flag on the play.
The Cats have taken 2 or 3 shots down the field trying to beat that one-on-one coverage.
Penalty gives the Wildcats a first down at the 31-yard line.
First and 10 from the 31-yard line. Hands it off to Reese around the left side, gets outside, and out across the 40, picks up a Wildcat first down. Watson Glass first down at the 43.
Yeah, that's a good push by the offensive line for the Cats.
Reese on the carry out to the 43-yard line. Picks up a Wildcat first down.
Again, cuts it back the left side, still going, and he's down across midfield to the 46.
Yeah, another good surge by the Cat offensive line. Rashawn Sellers, senior center. I've always said you have a good offense, it starts with the center. He's the most valuable player because he's the one that handles the ball the first.
Again, off the left side, Reese got some running room. But Coach, he's not avoiding the tackler. He's trying to run over him and not working out good. Stops him short of the 37.
Yeah, that was probably Andrew Bouchard, our left tackle, Joshua Motley, our left guard, doing a good job off that left side.
He's at 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 for the Cats. 6:24 to go in the first half, trailing by 14. Dothan leads 21-7. Brought to you by Citizens Bank of Enterprise. Fakes it, looks downfield, throws it for Blackman, and incomplete. Flag comes out. Got 2 flags. And we'll wait on the call.
Yeah, that's going to probably pass interference or holding them down the field. Ran a little wheel route with Case Blackman. It was a good throw. The defender, you know, so the thing about high school, you know, if you do get a pass interference call, it's just a 15-yard penalty. So sometimes that's not a bad play. Better than giving up a 25, 30-yard pass or even a long touchdown.
And with a heat timeout and a refueling stop, brought to you by BTV Wings and Things. Also, Garrett Griffin Agency, all your insurance needs. Go by and see those 2 good-looking agents, John Michael and Ben, but also say hello to Garrett, too. Garrett's on a chain gang tonight on the opposite side of the field. Griffin Agency on the corner of Grubbs and Edwards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Also, I noticed Coach Kennedy was giving the referee an earful during that timeout across the way about those interference calls. I don't think there was any doubt about those calls. The defender obviously was not playing the football.
And he better be careful because we're told these are from Montgomery. We're going to see them again. Wildcat Watson Glass first down at the 24. Knowles lines up to the right side, fakes it to Knowles, looks downfield, throws it, touchdown Wildcats. Cates Blackman wide open inside the 5.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but the defender lost his balance and slipped. It looked like about the 5-yard line, and Cates hauled it in and took it in the end zone. Impressive drive by the Cats. Helped by a couple of penalties, but you take advantage of every opportunity, and we definitely needed to score on that drive.
Rocha in to attempt the point after Houston holding. 6:03 to go in the first half. Good hold, snaps there. And the extra point by Rocha is good. Dothan leads 21-14. You're listening and watching Enterprise High School football, presented by McDonald's Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise on the Wildcat and FHS Sports Networks. Rocha gets ready to kick off for the Wildcats. Squib kick on the ground, fielded at the 32, cuts it across the 35, finally brought down up near the 37, Coach, but good field position for Dothan.
Yes, it is, and Cat offense responding. Now it's up to the Cat defense. It seems like, again, we're kind of on our heels defensively. We need to get more in an attack mode. We need to take some chances. We may give up some big plays, but we're not slowing them down what we're doing right now. If we get some penetration in the backfield, Mike can get a turnover.
.5:59 to go in the first half. Dothan leads 21-14. Dothan with the ball first and 10 at their own 37. Fakes it. Broadway looks downfield, has a man open. Great defensive play by Gardner Dunn to come in at the last minute and tip the ball up because he was open for 2.
Yes, he was. That was a tremendous play. Nice fake by the quarterback and a good throw. But Dunn batted it away. Big play by the Cat defense.
Clock stopped with 5:56. Alexander lines up to the left side this time. Direct snap to Alexander around the right side. Broadway blocking, breaks a tackle. Still going, gets outside across the 40 and out of bounds up near the 43. Cats not able to contain A.J. Alexander.
He's certainly not. Looks like we're in position to make a play, but he's just so quick and fast, we're just not able to bring him to the turf. We did force him out of bounds. A big third down play right here with the Cat defense.
Big third down play for the Wildcat defense. Line of scrimmage, a 44-yard line. They need to get across the 45 up near the 47 for a first down. Broadway in the backfield. Direct snap, hands it off to Alexander on the outside, follows the block. bumps it inside, breaks tackles, and he's still going as he picks up a Wolves first down across midfield.
Yeah, it looked like we hit him right at the line of scrimmage, but he just kind of bounced off and picked up about 5 or 6 extra yards. And again, we don't have an answer yet for what they're doing offensively.
First and 10 at the Wildcat 48-yard line for the Dothan Wolves. Man in motion. Broadway fakes it, hands it again. Round 21 to Meadows, and he's going to take it all the way for the Wolves touchdown.
Tell you what, folks, they're just making it look easy right here. I don't know. It's hard to tell down when you're on the field, but up here they're just executing very, very well, and they've got 2 tremendous backs in the backfield, making it look easy.
Yeah, once they get around the corner, they're gone, Coach.
You're exactly right. They have tremendous team speed.
Castillo in to attempt the point after with 5:08 to go. And the hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Dothan Wolves lead the Enterprise Wildcats 28-14. Just over 5 minutes to go in this first half. You're watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise, or the Wildcat and FHS Sports Networks.
That's the point by Castillo. Good. Dothan leads 28-14.
And back at Wildcat Stadium, Bill Bacon Field, Fox Swimming Law Coach Rex Bynum, spotter Lance Yarber, Ricky Adams. Brian Harvin stuck over on the clock tonight with Rick Howard being out, hopefully for a speedy recovery. Pooch kick to the right side, going to be fair caught at the 30, and the Wildcats start first and 10.
Yeah, I think the Wolves have learned their lesson about kicking it deep. Of course, the Cats had the penalty last time that negated a good kickoff return. And again, you just same old, the Cat offense. We've got to respond. It's just like this is going to be a shootout, and we're 2 touchdowns behind, so we got to score again here right before the half.
Yeah, the Cat offense coming on to field first and 10. Thanking all of our sponsors: Watson Glass, Citizens Bank, BTV Wings on Bow Weevil Circle. Also Garrett Griffin Agency for all the insurance needs. Citizens Bank for the scoreboard, and Napa Auto Parts. Handoff off the left side. Picks up some good yardage up near the 33-yard line. 34 brings up second down.
Yeah, good push off the left side. I mentioned our left tackle, Andrew Bouchard, left guard, Joshua Motley. Our right guard is Zach Stenson. The right tackle is Coben Holland.
Second down for the Cats. Burkhardt back to pass, throws it long, has a man open down the left side and overthrows him, incomplete.
Well, we've come close to hitting a couple of long plays, but we just time is off just a little bit.
Third down for Enterprise. Line of scrimmage to the 34. They need to get to the 44, a first down, 4:30 to go in the first half. Trailing by 14. Dothan leads 28-14. Cook comes to the near side, throws it out, complete, but hit at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go, as Knowles was there, but quickly tackled by number 2 for the Wolves, Jones.
Yeah, he was just playing his zone in that flat, and we know the play just went right to him. Just a heads-up job by the Wolves defense. And It's not bode well. Cats having to punt it away. The Wolves will have plenty of time to put another touchdown on the board here before the half.
Martin back to punt from his 21. High snap, pulls it down. Good punt and fair caught by the Wolves at the 30 as 83 was there to make the stop, and they start 1st and 10 about the 30-yard line.
That's going to be the fair catch as we'll start 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And again, more of our sponsors this year. Napa Auto Parts on Rucker Boulevard, where if you go by and tell them you heard it on Wildcat Sports Broadcast, they will give you an extra 10% off. That's Napa Auto Parts and Napa Know-How on Rucker Boulevard in Enterprise. 1st and 10 for the Dothan Wolves. Near hash mark, moving from our right to our left. 3:47 to go in the first half. Dothan leads 28-14 here in Enterprise. Sam Broadway, the quarterback for the Wolves, back at the 25. Hands it off around the right side. Got some running room. Cross 50 midfield. And one man to beat. He turns on the jets and finally brought down inside the 15.
Yeah, the Wolves look like they're out to practice early. They just have no answer for their offense right now.
Alexander on the carry down inside the 10-yard line. Ball beyond the stop with Enterprise. 1st and goal.
First and goal, line of scrimmage, the 9. Broadway, shotgun formation from his 13, takes it, keeps it himself, cuts it back to the left side. Touchdown, Wolves, as Sam Broadway took it into the end zone, following his blockers all the way in, Coach, off the left side.
Yeah, their offensive line really controlling the line of scrimmage, and that was just a quarterback keeper all the way. And again, the Wolves just making it look awful easy here at Wildcat Stadium, Bill Bacon Field.
Castillo in to attempt the point after for the Wolves from the 10. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Dothan Wolves lead the Enterprise Wildcats 35-14 with 3:29 to go. In this first half, you're watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise across Southeast Alabama, Northwest Florida on the Wildcat NFHS Sports Networks. And Castillo kicking off for the Wolves. Return men for the Wildcats inside the 10. 3:29 to go in the first half. Pooch kick to the right side. And a penalty flag back at the 40.
I think that's about the only thing the Wolves have done wrong tonight is they've been offside twice on the kickoff.
Castillo getting ready to kick off again for the Dothan Wolves. Will Falk inside the 15. Kilo on the far side. Kick's going to go to Kilo. Taken out to 8. Crosses to 10 to 15. Hit quickly. Great open field tackle that time and brought down up near the 21-22 yard line as the Cats start 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was great coverage down the field. I'll tell you what, they backed them up 5 yards and they still got us inside. See where they're going to mark it. Looks like about our 22-yard line. That's a good coverage.
First and 10 for the Cats. Hands it off to Reese around the right side. Breaks one tackle, but they're there to wrap him up. Loses yardage back at the 17. Brings up second down.
Yeah, the Wolves had penetration on that defensive line, and we didn't have anywhere to go.
Line of scrimmage becomes the 17-yard line of the Cats. 2:45 to play in the first half. Cats trailing 35-14 here at home. Burkhart back to pass, looks to the left side, throws it incomplete. Brings up third down.
Yeah, that just like an outcut. Looks like that was Case Blackman across the way. Good coverage by the Wolves.
Third down, the Cats need to cross the 32 for a first down. Looks downfield, throws it, has a man open. Cook knocked out at the last minute. Great defensive play by the Wolves.
Yeah, Braden Cook was open across the way on their sideline, but the safety recovered quickly to bat that one away.
Will Martin stands back at the 3-yard line to punt for the Wildcats. 2:29 to go in the first half. High snap. Martin gets it off. Good high kick. Fetzko's going to field it at the 41-yard line and call for a fair catch. Yeah, with 2:39 to go, Wolves start first and 10, but Coach, they got the speed that can actually put it in the end zone again if they get open.
You're exactly right. We just haven't shown any indication of slowing them down. They're just kind of doing whatever they want to. Again, we must have to take some chances. We're this far down. We got to shoot gaps and try to create some, maybe mishandle snaps or something in the backfield to kind of mess up their timing.
First and 10, wide out to the far side of the field. Broadway stands back at his 36, hands it to 21, and he's going to be out across the 40, up near the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a good start on this possession, just a couple of yards. The Wolves will get the football and start the second half. Cats proceed to start the game.
Second and 7, middle of the field, man in motion. Broadway takes it, fakes it, looks downfield, has a man open, almost intercepted just off the hands of the Wildcat defensive man as he was there.
Yeah, the Cats have made a couple of good plays in the secondary on some good throws just to bat the ball away. A big third down right here. Another hanky on the field. I didn't see it.
And that would go against the Cats, Coach, giving the Wolves a first down at the Wildcat 41-yard line. Wide out to the far side, brought away back at the 45. Man in motion. Sam takes it, hands it off to his second man around the back, around the left side, and out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, better job defensively, just made him run sideways and just forced him right out of bounds. Of course, he did pick up about 3 yards.
Out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Patterson making the stop for Enterprise, brings up second down.
Line of scrimmage for the Wolves, the 38-yard line of the Wildcats. Leading 35-14 here at home with the Wildcats. Broadway throws it, has a man open, and he makes the catch, gets hit, but holds on to it as Alexander was there to make the catch and pick up about 8 yards, brings up 3rd and short.
Yeah, that was a pretty good defensive play. Nice catch by Alexander.
Third and 1 for the Wolves at the Wildcat 32. Direct snap. AJ takes it off the right side, breaks one tackle, and finally tackled on the far side of the field by the Cats. And with a timeout on the field, once again thanking our year sponsor, Garrett Griffin Agency on the corner of Grubbs and Edwards. Go by and see Garrett. Also John Michael and Ben for your insurance needs. And Napa Auto Parts out on Rucker Boulevard. Enterprise, where you can go by and mention the Wildcat Sports broadcast and receive an extra 10% off. Watson Glass for our first down sponsors and one of our longest sponsors of Wildcat Sports. All the Watsons playing the ball in Enterprise. And the Citizens Bank scoreboard as Dothan leads 35-14 as we get ready for the first half to come to a close, and the Big Blue Band coming on the field along with the Dothan Wolf Pack for a great halftime show. And timeout call this time by the Wildcats. Special shout out to some of the folks listening in, some of the Turners over in Texas, the All Red family, Amanda, Nick, Avery, Ashter, and Anderson watching live. Mobile area, Kristen and Sam Skidmore. And a special happy birthday to Abby Buckhall, turning 18 today. In the stands tonight. And then the most special person of all, Miss Darlene G., mother of Kim Turner, up in Tennessee where the moon comes over the mountain in gallon jugs, Coach. Score here at Wildcat Stadium, 35-14. Dothan leads as we come out of the timeout. 4th and 1 for the Wolves. Plenty of time on the clock. 47 seconds to go as they come to the line. Alexander to the left side, takes a direct snap, follows his blocker, takes it off the right side. Touchdown Wolves as he broke it outside and took it all the way for a Wolves touchdown.
Yeah, that was a great play, good push by their offensive line. That's the thing about 4th and short. If you don't get them right at the line of scrimmage, if they break into the secondary as he did, they just got too much speed for us.
Johnny Castillo enters the point after.
And Castillo in once again to attempt the point after. The hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half, the Dothan Wolves lead the Enterprise Wildcats 42-14 here at home, watching Enterprise High School football. Brought to you by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise. Also, McDonald's 2 going up on Boll Weevil Circle on the south side. Murphy Family Restaurants with restaurants across southeast Alabama and northwest Florida. And a longtime sponsor of Wildcat sports and Wildcat football. And Pooch kick over inside the 30. Fielded by the Cats, taken out across the 40, the 32. And the Cats will have 37 seconds to see what we can do before this half comes to a close, trailing 42-14.
First and 10 Enterprise at the 32-yard line.
First and 10, shotgun formation. Burkhart back to pass, gets pressure, releases it. Man is open, and no flag comes out. Incomplete. Brings up second down.
That was good coverage. That was a nice throw, good route, but just a pretty good job defensively by the Wolves.
Second and 10, and a timeout called by the Wolves. And with a timeout on the field, encourage you to stop by and see BTB Wings and Things on Boll Weevil Circle and Dothan Street. Players and cheerleaders going by and receive an extra 10% off tonight if you've got your uniform on. They'll be open to 10. That's at the corner of Dothan Street and Boll Weevil Circle. BTB Wings and lots of other things, everything you can think of, where it's always hot and plenty to eat. And for an extra 10%, go by and see the folks at Napa Auto Parts on Rucker Boulevard in Dothan for all your auto needs. Weekly specials you can check out, and also if you sign up, they will email you certain specials for each of those signing up on the email list. Back at Wildcat Stadium, second down. Knowles lines up on the left side. Burkhart back to pass, pulls it down, cuts it down the right side, cuts it outside the 30, 35, 40, goes to the sideline and out of bounds up near midfield. Picks up a Wildcat. Watson Glass, first down.
Good job by Mason Burkhart. Good coverage down the field by the Wolves secondary. Mason did a good job kind of bouncing around, found a little crease and picked up a good yardage. Be nice if Cats could put a touchdown on the board here right before the half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line. Just over 20 seconds to go in this first half. Again, Burkhart back to pass. Gets pressure. Pulls it down again. Cuts it inside the 50 to the 48.
Opportunity is more than a word. It's a way of life at Enterprise From championships to lifelong lessons, CSBC volleyball gave me many amazing opportunities and helped shape me into the person that I am today.
Enterprise State, opening doors to opportunity.
Yeah, back at Wildcat Stadium, Burkhardt back to pass. Throws to the corner. Blackman's there. Out of bounds inside the 30. Picks up a Wildcat. Watson Glass. First down to stop the clock with 7 seconds.
Yeah, that's another wheel route to Case Blackman. Nice throw and catch.
Burkhardt's pass complete to Blackman.
Cats will have a chance.
Picks up a Wildcat. First down.
Wolves are more in a kind of prevent defense here. They're giving up a short pass. I don't want to give up a touchdown.
First and 10. Inside the 30. Burkhardt again back to pass. Looks downfield. Incomplete. Intercepted at the 10. Takes it around the right side. Out across the 20. And out of bounds up near the 25-yard line. And that's going to finish off the first half as Lewis intercepted the pass and ran it back for the Wolves.
Yeah, he was just a deep safety again in a prevent mode. The pass was just a grunt high. Looked like it might have been tipped, just a grunt, but he was right there to make that interception. Just like the officials are meeting. I don't know if there was a flag across the way.
Yeah, there's a flag at the 39-yard line as time expired, and we'll see what the call is going to be. If it's against they're going to wave it off. And the first half will come to a close with the Dothan Wolves leading 42-14. Coach, not what we wanted, but again, what we were told, as we had speed to deal with and haven't been able to handle that yet.
You're exactly right, Fox. I tell you what, you got to tip your hat to the Dothan Wolves. They're just executing their offense, so they just got too much speed for us, too many athletes. I think the Cats are playing hard. Sometimes you just kind of outman, and I think that's exactly what's happened here the first half. We've just been overwhelmed. They've just made it look so easy. I expect the Cats to make some adjustments at halftime. I don't know if we're going to chance to come back and win this football game, but I know the Cats will battle all the way.
And a Dothan Wolfpack coach getting ready to come on the field for their halftime show. Once again, Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's. Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise also with McDonald's number 2 going up on the south side of Boll Weevil Circle. Murphy Family Restaurants, a longtime supporter of Wildcat football. Also across southeast Alabama, northwest Florida. As the Dothan Wolves coach lead 42-14, and again, just to see what the Cats can come back and do this second half. And again, I guess speed has been the key the first half.
You're exactly right, Bob. Of course, the Wolves will receive to start the second half, so we'll see what kind of adjustments that the Cat defense can make. Maybe we can make enough to slow them down just a little bit. But right now we have no answer for what they're doing offensively.
And both teams coming in tonight 2-0. This is the first area game, as Opelika was defeated last night by Auburn in a tough game. It ended, if you got to watch that, a lot of folks watching, went down to the wire. Opelika having a fumble with about 2 minutes to go at the 10-yard line. And the Enterprise Wildcats will head up to Auburn next week. And followed by that, the Central Red Devils will come to town, Coach.
Yeah, this is the meat of our schedule right here in the first part of the season. That's my only kind of complaint. I know they just draw at random who you're playing on, in your region, but it just seems to me, because I don't know if it would matter at all later in the year, but it just seems counterproductive for us to play one of our big rivals, if not our biggest rival, right here at the third game of the season. And then, of course, like you said, Auburn and Phoenix City, next two are regional opponents, and for all intents and purposes, and that's the heart of our season right here.
And then following that, of course, we're at home. The last two games of the season will be at Smith Station. And then we will travel down to Florida to finish up the season at Choctawhatchee. And again, no easy fights each week. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, Cats have a tough schedule. This, I tell you what, 7A football, particularly in our region, very competitive. But again, even though the Cats are up behind, they're going to battle. I tell you, this team shows a lot of grit. They're not going to give up. The coaches are going to keep coaching. Sometimes, when the other teams just got a little bit more talent than you do, and there's not much you can do about that. Not anything you can do about it, but just try to put your kids in a position to play the very best they can. And, when it's all said and done, you just tip your hat to your opponents and tell them, great job, well played.
And coming up, Ricky Adams with the halftime show. And let us know on this side of the wall when Mr. Adams has some stats that he can share.
He's still working on those. Let me mention a couple of our assistant coaches. I think last week, of course, Ben Blackman, our head coach, and our new I think I mentioned our new defensive coordinator, Brian Turner, who's the brother of John Turner, our offensive line coach and assistant head coach. Chuck Dunn is our strength and conditioning and nutrition coach. Coaches our inside linebacker, does a terrific job. Ross Robinson is our passing game coordinator, coaches the wide receivers. Again, does a tremendous job. And Benson Stonecker is our special teams coordinator, and he coaches our defensive safeties. I'm going to try to, highlight some coaches each week, our assistant coaches, because those guys put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and they do a tremendous job coaching our Wildcats. And Mr. Adams is ready, Fox.
And that about wraps it up from us for tonight. We will see you next Friday in Duck Sanford Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. Good night, everybody. Oh, wait. It ain't time for that. First downs for the Enterprise Wildcats, 8 rushing attempts for 85 yards, 9 of 16 passing with 1 interception, 89 yards, giving us 174 yards of total offense in the first half, which sounds pretty good. We punted 3 times and averaged 31 yards, penalized 5 times for 50 yards. For the visiting Dothan Tigers, 15 first downs, 31 rushing attempts for 339 yards in the first half, 2 of 5 passing for 8 yards, giving them 347 total yards in the first half. They did not punt. They were penalized 6 times for 65 yards. The scoring went as follows. With 11:45 to go in the first quarter, Mason Burkhart ran 64 yards to complete a 1-play drive, and Jose Roca added a point, 7-0 Wildcats, and then it changed. A 10-play, 72-yard drive by Dothan ended with a Sam Broadway touchdown pass to Turner Johnson, 29 yards. Johnny Castillo kicked the point, tied the game at 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Then with 2:52 to go in the first quarter, a 6-play, 40-yard drive ended when Jordan Rollins ran 4 yards. Castillo added the point, putting Dothan ahead 14-7 in the second quarter that seemingly never ended. An 8-play, 68-yard drive by Dothan ended with a Charlathian Meadows 29-yard run. Castillo added the pat, 21-7. That's with 9:33 to go in the second quarter. Then with 6:03 to play, Mason Burkhart threw to Cates Blackman a 29-yard touchdown pass. Roca added the point, cutting the score to 21-14. That was a 4-play, 89-yard penalty-aided drive. Dothan responded with a 4-play, 63-yard drive. Meadows ran 48 yards. Castillo added the pat. So with 5:08, it was 28-14 in favor of Dothan. Then with 3:29 to go, A two-play 69-yard drive ended with Broadway's 9-yard run. Castillo's Pat made it 35-14. Then with 41 seconds to go in the first half, a six-play 59-yard drive ended with A.J. Alexander running 33 yards for a touchdown. Castillo added the Pat 42-14 at the half.
That almost sounds like a end of the game score.
Absolutely.
Particularly 300 yards rushing.
It's probably going to get ugly if it isn't already.
I don't know if the Cats ever given up 300 yards rushing in a half.
I don't know, but
well, I would predict it not to slow up any.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what Coach Kennedy decides to do. I mean, the game's well in hand right now. I don't know how the third quarter's going to go, but at some point in time, he's going to probably start doing some substituting. And, and usually back when I used to coach back several years ago, when a coach took his first teamers out, and the other coach did the same. You let your second teamers play against each other and just see what happens here in the second half. That may happen. I don't know what point in time, but I know Dothan will get the ball to start the second half, so it'll be interesting to see if they're able to put their touchdown on the board.
That's the same era, I believe, Rex, when quarterbacks could ask for silence in the crowd, and if they didn't get it, the home team got penalized. That's all gone with the wind. Here is the Big Blue marching band out here. Let's let people look at this.
Of drum majors Brewer Box, Kalen Wingard, and Braden Willett. Tonight, the band will be performing their 2025 halftime show, which features the music from Rent the Musical, Huey Lewis and the News, The Emotions, Natalie Cole, Rihanna, and the B-52s. Performing their 2025 show, Fall in Love, the Enterprise High School Big Blue Marching Band.
Once again, the Enterprise High School Big Marching Band.
And that's the Enterprise High School Big Blue Marching Band's halftime performance. At the half, the Dothan Wolves 42, Enterprise Wildcats 14. Rex?
Yeah, we were just talking while the band was playing. We just, just kind of in a daze right now. I mean, what do you do?
Our booth is just filled with football knowledge of all descriptions. We've got coaches, we've got people that carry guns, we've got newspaper people, and none of us can figure out what we got to do to get back in it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to get back in this game. It's just one of those situations. They played put up enough points and yards here in the first half to be good for a full game. I mean, if you told somebody you can rush for over 300 yards and score 42 points in a game, you say, man,
that's a good night.
I'm excited about that. But in a half, that's just almost unbelievable.
Not when you see it up close and personal, it ain't. A.J. Alexander, is that his name?
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Let's see, what did that child have?
1 and 21, they have done the damage here in the first half.
You'll never hear, I don't think, we've always decided you'll never hear a baseball coach or manager say that our team's problem was we had too much pitching. And I don't think there'll ever be a football coach that says we had too much speed this year. That was our problem. That ain't happening. Let's see what that young man had. I already added it up once, but I just didn't believe it. $18 carries for 204 yards. Well, he's not going to break what Herschel Bolden did against us many years ago. He had 11 carries for 289 yards. So
yeah, I remember Herschel Bolden.
It took this boy a little bit more, a few more carries. I imagine they'll play them the first series of downs in the third quarter and probably put them over there in the bus, let them rest up. I sure wouldn't want to run the risk of him getting hurt. That was an offensive night of football that we just saw, and our viewers saw it just like we did. Probably saw it better than some of us do. Unfortunately, I've been told that our broadcast is coming in loud and clear all over the cyber world, so there you go.
Somebody needed to pull the plug on it.
If I could find it out where it is, I would. Telling you. I've never liked the Enterprise Dothan game ever. 66 years of it, I've never liked it. Even when we win, I don't like it. Want to get it over with. We ain't gonna have to worry about that this year. I don't think. I guess you grin and bear it in situations like this, Rex. We can't fold our tent at the half because we got to play the second half.
Well, I have no doubt. I know Coach Blackman and I know our kids. They're going to play hard. They're going to give it everything. I mean, they haven't just quit here in the first half. Dothan's just that good.
Well, you can't tackle somebody if you can't catch them.
That's exactly right. They're executing their offense. They're I think a veteran team. You just got to tip your hat to them. The kids just play as hard as they can. And that's all as long as they're doing that, that's all you can ask out of them.
Well, a lot of us watched the Opelika-Auburn high school game on Alabama Public TV last night, and it looked like Enterprise will be able to play with both of them, but I don't think either one of them is in the league with Dothan right now.
Yeah, I happened to see the most of the fourth quarter of that game. I thought Opelika was going to tie it up.
So did they.
At the end, and of course the little high snap, and the quarterback was unable to handle it. Yeah, it was an interesting night in our household. We watched we were watching the Eagles and the Cowboys, and then they went to that weather delay. We flipped over and watched a little bit of the women's semifinal at the U.S. Open tennis tournament. Kind of got watching that. Then we flipped over and watched the end of the Auburn Opal Rocket game. So then we went back to the Eagles and the Cowboys to watch that one. So a lot of action going on in the Bynum household last night.
It's 42-14 at the half, and that's about the best you can say about it.
Yeah, and welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Enterprise kicking off. Rocha kicking off the Wildcats. Dothan leading 42-14 here at half, which has been one-sided, and Wildcats not being able to handle the speed of the Wolves. And waiting for the clock to reset. Jordan Rollins back deep.
Back deep for the Wolves.
And good kick. Fielded inside the 10, about the 8. Cuts it out across the left side. Got some running room. Across the 25, 30. Cuts it back outside and stopped at the 39-yard line on the far side of the field.
Good return by the Wolves. Start the second half. But decided to kick it deep. The coverage was not bad, but again, that speed for the Wolves just too much for the Cats.
Dothan starts first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First and 10. Rodaway, shotgun formation from his 34. Looks to the left side, throws out in the flats, complete. Alexander's going to be there to make the catch, break a few tackles, and pick up a Wolf first down.
Yeah, that's a mismatch sometimes out there. It picked up a first down. You have to play off of him because he can run by you. And, of course, just a little stop route, but enough to pick up a first down for the Wolves on their first play here in the second half.
Patterson making a stop for Enterprise.
First and 10. Drag snap. Alexander breaks it off the right side. Finally tackled inside the Wildcat 32-yard line.
Once again, a good push by the offensive line for the Wolves. And, of course, when Alexander gets into the secondary, he's a threat to go all the way. Cats did a good job to get him on the turf.
First and 10 for Dothan at the 32. And off back to Rollins.
Cats did a good job on that first down play. One of the few times we kind of slowed them down a little bit.
Second and 9 for the Wolves at the near hash mark, moving from our left to our right. Brought away, back to pass, throws it over the middle, has a man, but throws it a little short, incomplete. Penalty flag at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I saw the flag come down. I think it was motioned by the Wolves. Coach Blackman decided to decline that penalty. I think it will bring up third down.
Third down for the Wolves from the 31-yard line of the Cats. They need to get out to the 22 for a first down. Brought away shotgun formation, direct snap to 21 around the left side, gets it outside the 30. And good open field stop there by the Cats at the 25.
Yeah, the Wolves have had a lot of success with 21 going off the left side, but a better job defensively will bring up a fourth down for the Wolves offense. Maybe the Cats can get a stop here on this first possession.
Fourth and 4. Meadows lines up on the left side of Broadway. And a timeout on the field call. And with a timeout, we'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Garrett Griffin Agency. You're watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's. Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise on the Wildcat Sports Network.
Opportunity is more than a word. It's a way of life at Enterprise State.
Enterprise State opened the door early for me so I could get a jump start on college while still in high school.
Enterprise State, opening doors to opportunity.
Fourth down at the 26. Direct snap. A.J. Alexander cuts it back to the right side. And he's going to be inside the Wildcat 15, pick up a first down. As 24 was there to make the stop for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that play's hard to stop with anybody carrying the football. But when Alexander has it, I'm telling you what, he is quite a talent.
First and 10 for Dothan at the Wildcat 15. Broadway takes it, hands it off to Six around the left side. Slips down as he's hit by Walker Turner on the far side.
I tell you, Walker Turner was flying through there like a man on a mission. He's going to play hard every snap, I can assure you of that. The Cats are doing the same. They're all playing as tough as they can.
Second and 14 following the loss. Broadway takes it. Hands it back off to number 9. Nobody's there. He's over on the left side. Touchdown, Wolves.
Yeah, that little inside reverse, we just didn't have an answer for. Great execution, great ball handling, and the Wolves again put it in the end zone.
Castillo in to attempt the point after. Good snap. Hold is down. The kick is up, and we've got a false start. And Castillo will be kicking from the 15-yard line. Extra point, no problem. Holds down, good snap. Hold is down, the kick is up and good. And with 7:32 to go in the third, Dothan Wolves lead the Wildcats 49-14. Here in Enterprise, you're watching Enterprise High School football, presented by McDonald's. Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise across Southeast Alabama, Northwest Florida, and the all-new number 2 store going up on the south side of the circle in Enterprise. As Will Falk is back deep. Also Kilo on the near side as Castillo gets ready to kick off once again. Kicks it over to the near side of the field. Fielded at the 13. Kilo takes it across the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and finally brought down across midfield, but another great return by Kilo for the Wildcats.
Yep. The Cats have done a good job on kickoff returns tonight. Kilo and Will Ford have done a tremendous job. We had that one penalty that negated a good return. But, you just look for the positives every chance you can. And just tell the kids to play one play at a time and play as hard as they can.
.31 as we have an injury timeout. Once again, thanking all of our sponsors this year. Citizens Bank for our scoreboard updates. Napa Auto Parts on Rucker Boulevard for the Napa Know-How, where you can go by and get 10% off by mentioning Wildcat Sports. Also, Garrett Griffin Agency for all your insurance needs. Heat timeouts, BTB Wings and Things on Dolphin Street and Boll Weevil Circle. And, of course, Watson Glass for our first down sponsor and longtime supporter of Wildcat football. And as we travel, State Farm, Lee Milder and his fine staff out on Rucker Boulevard, along with Trinity Bank and Trust. Riverbank now and Trust on South Main. With Robin Thompson there at Riverbank. And Sam Boswell Honda GMC Buick in Enterprise. Also down at Mount Dora, Florida, the GMC Buick dealership there, and up at Gadsden, Sam Boswell Honda there as well. Go by and check out all the cars at Sam Boswell Honda. And remember, they will match or beat any deal on a used car. by Carvana. Back at Wildcat Stadium, 1st and 10 for the Cats. Throws it out in the flats, complete, and hit quickly for no gain over on the far side of the field. Great coverage by the Wolves.
Yes, it was, Foz. They're just as quick and fast on defense as they are on offense. Just a quick screen out to the flat, but they were right there to make that play right at the line of scrimmage.
Lewis on the stop of the Wolves.
Second down, fakes it, throws it out in the flats. Complete to Kilo inside the 40, 35, and out of bounds inside the 30-yard line as they'll mark him out about the 28-yard line. Picks up a Wildcat Watson Glass first down.
Yeah, nice throw. Mason Burkhardt on a little sprint out. That's just kind of a clear out. Nice throw and catch. Cats moving the chains.
First down sponsor, BG Home. Hometown Bill. At the 28-yard line.
First and 10 inside the 30. Burkhardt back to pass, looks to the end zone, has a man open. Touchdown, Wildcats, as the pass was complete to Kilo as he was able to beat the Dothan defender. And the Cats get on the board with 6:45 to go into third.
Yeah, that was a nice throwing catch. The Cats have tried to go along on the 4 or 5 earlier pass. We had a couple of pass interference calls, but that was just great execution. Great route, great throw, and it was a touchdown for the Cats.
Roach in to attempt the point after for the Cats. As we await the snap, Houston holding. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Penalty flag comes in late.
Yeah, the Cats will take the penalty on the kickoff. It was unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wolves. Should move it up 15 yards. I tell you what, if I was Coach Blackman, I think I'd just try.
Coach, I believe they're
yeah, it looks like they're
backing us up.
Yeah, they signal against them. Yeah, a little miscommunication there. I thought the referee signaled that extra point was good and the penalty was against the Wolves. And that's exactly what it is. And again, I think I'd try an onside kick right here.
I think they asked Siri and she might have gave them wrong directions.
Yeah, you may be right, Foxy.
No, this group isn't from around here, so. And coach, don't understand that one into the end zone. Thought they might pooch it inside the 20.
I think an onside kick was a call. We need to get the football back. We're just giving it back to them. You know, if at least you try an onside kick, you got a chance to get it.
First and 10, Dothan at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 for the Wolves at the 20. The commander in the backfield, Sam Broadway, a senior for the Wolves. Hands it off again, hands it off to 6th-round left side. Good block by Broadway, and he's going to be up across the 30 to the 32 as he followed the block by his quarterback over on the far side of the field. And they're going to move the chains for a first down. First and 10, line of scrimmage at 31, 6:40 to go. Dothan leads 49-21. Takes it off the right side to Meadows, gets through the line and picks up big yardage up near the 37-yard line.
Yeah, we do a good job up front, and they still pick up 5, 6, 7 yards.
Away from Meadows on the carry after the 37-yard line. Black Song around the stop the Wildcats.
Second and a long 4 for the Wolves. Direct snap to 21. Take it off the left side. Gets past 1. He's up near the 40. Picks up 2 or 3 yards.
Whole host of cats there to make that play.
Meadows on the carry after the 40-yard line.
I thought I saw the referee. Is it time for a heat timeout?
And with a heat timeout on the field, Dothan Wolves lead the Wildcats 49-21 here at Wildcat Stadium. You're watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise on the Wildcat NFHS Sports Network. Third and short for the Wolves. Broadway back at his 35. Direct snap to Alexander. Crosses the 40. And it's going to be close depending on the spot, but it looks like he may have enough, and they're moving the chains.
Yeah, they didn't need much. He didn't get much, but it is enough for the first down, as you said, Fox.
Alexander carries for first down.
Meadows lines up on the right side of Sam. Direct snap to Meadows off the left side. Follows his blocking, and he's going to pick up a good 2 or 3 yards on the far side. Finally knocked out of bounds about to 45. Good second and third effort, and brings up second down.
Cats doing a much better job defensively. They're still getting 4, 5, 6 yards.
Meadows, the ball carrier for the Wolves, stop by Wadsworth. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second down for the Wolves. Back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Complete to number 9, and he's inside the Wildcat 25.
Nice throwing catch. Good fake. Broadway had plenty of time to find his receiver.
Inside the 25-yard line. Picks up the Wolves' first down.
First and 10 for the Wolves. Back around the corner, number 6 cuts it inside the 10, and stopped at the 8-yard line by the Wildcats by Cooper.
Yeah, that little inside reverse that they run so well, great execution. Wolves have it first and goal on the 9-yard line of the Cats.
First and goal for the Wolves. 3:43 to go in this third quarter, leading 49-21, knocking at the door again. Hands it off up the middle, and Alexander is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Touchdown, A.J. Alexander for the Wolves.
And the snap is there, the hold is down, and misses it low. And with 3:32, Dothan Wolves lead 55-21 here at Enterprise, watching Enterprise High School football, presented by McDonald's on the Wildcat at FHS Sports Networks. And Castillo once again, pooch kick to the far side, caught at the 30, and gets out to the 33 as Wildcats start first and 10.
Wolves not kicking that one deep. Good pooch kick, good coverage.
Kick returned by Dothan out to the 33-yard line, first and 10.
Burkhardt back at the 27, back to pass, throws it over the middle, complete. Reese on the reception, but falls down.
Yeah, that was a great call, great execution. Jarrell Reese came wide open right down the middle of the field, and Mason hit him. The throw might have been just a little bit high, and Jarrell just lost his balance, or he would have taken that one into the end zone.
complete to Reese for Wildcat first down. Brought by B.G. Hunt.
First and 10 for the Cats. Watson Glass first down. Fakes to Reese, throws it out in the flats. Complete inside the 35, cuts it back inside. And Kilo will be there to pick up another Wildcat. Watson Glass first down at the 23.
Yeah, we've had some success with that little play. Mason sprints out to his throw inside the left side. Kilo runs a nice little clear out. Hits him right in stride. Cats moving the football.
First and 10. And a timeout called by the Wolves to slow it down. 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Dothan leads 55-21, brought to you by Citizens Bank of Enterprise. You're watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's, Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise across Southeast Alabama, Northwest Florida, and the new number 2 store in Enterprise going up as we speak on the Wildcat at FHS Sports Networks.
Our next team moving on is Enterprise High School.
Can field, 2:42 to go in the third. Fox swimming along with Coach Rex Bynum and spotter Lance Yarber. First and 10 for the Cats. And a penalty flag on the play. And procedure will go against the Cats. First and 10, shotgun formation. Burkhart keeps it, cuts it inside, down inside the 25 and down near the 21-yard line.
Yeah, nice job again blocking up front. The Cat offensive line, good hard running, Mason Burkhart.
Well, man, on the stop of the ball, this brings up second down.
Second and 8 for Enterprise, just outside the 21-yard line, near hash mark. Right to left, fakes to Reese, looks to the end zone, throws it intended for Blackman. Broken up by the Wolves. Great defensive play. Incomplete.
Yeah, nice execution. That was a good throw. Again, good coverage by the defensive back for the Wolves.
Pass intended for Blackman, incomplete. Broken up by the Wolves. Dawson breaking up the pass for Dothan, brings up their goal.
Burkhart looks, throws to the end zone, and has a man open. Incomplete. Good coverage again by the Wolves.
Incomplete, broken up by Hall.
Fourth down for the Cats. Burkhart fakes it, hands it to Reese. No reverse, and Dothan is there as a block was not made on this side. And again, 27, Kinston Jones is there to make the stop.
Yeah, they just stayed home, played good sound defense, and a late flag coming in by the referee.
Kinston Jones.
Good job by the Wolves defense, stopping the Cats. See what the call is.
Penalty flag comes in late on the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wolves, backs them up.
Dothan starts from the 11-yard line.
1:48 to go and the third. Dothan leads 55-21. First and 10 from their own 11. Broadway back to pass. Pulls it down. Got some running room out across the 20, 25, 30. Cuts it to the left side. Picks up a block and he's down out of bounds at the 47-yard line, but a great run by Dothan quarterback Sam Broadway.
Yeah, great coverage downfield by the Cat secondary, but once Broadway realized he couldn't get the pass off, the seam opened right up in the middle, and he's a good athlete and made a good run.
Coach, I hate to say it, but even Sam looks fast tonight.
He does.
And a great, like I say, picked up a good block over on the far side. We've got a cramp timeout, I believe, and once again your score 55-21. Dothan leads. Enterprise High School football brought to you by McDonald's Murphy Family Restaurants of Enterprise on the Wildcat NFHS Sports Network. And fakes a handoff, takes it around the left side, down inside the Wildcat 50 to about the 46 on the far side of the field.
Yeah, that little inside reverse that they run so well. They tell you what, they're doing a great job of executing. They haven't mishandled the football.
Brings up second. Fields on the South Wildcats.
Head off to number 6 around the left side this time. And he's going to pick up good yardage and a Wolf first down inside the Wildcat 40.
It appeared that they kind of bobbled the snap. That's the first mishandle I've seen, but it didn't slow them down any.
And the Wildcat 36-yard line. Upton on the South of the Wildcats.
First and 10 for the Wolves. Wildcat 36. Hands it off up the middle. And he'll pick up 3 or 4 yards. brought away on the carry for the Wolves. And the third quarter comes to an end here at Wildcat Stadium. Dothan leading 55-21. You're watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's on the Wildcat at FHS Sports Network.
Into the third quarter, Dothan Wolves 55, Kansas 21.
And back at Wildcat Stadium, Bill Baconfield Fox swimming along with Coach Rex Bynum. Lance Arbor, Ricky Adams, as Dothan has dominated the whole game, leading 55-21 over the Cats tonight. Showing a lot of speed on offense. Second and about 6 at the Wildcat 32-yard line, near side of the field. Sam Broadway, the quarterback for the Wolves. Shotgun formation from his 36. Back to pass, looks to the right side, has a man open. Good defensive play by the Cats as Gardner Dunn was there to break it up, almost had the pick.
I thought he had a chance to make that pick, but he just missed it. That was a good job. Gardner Dunn's played a good ball game tonight.
Gardner Dunn making up the pass. It's a great defense.
Hands it off around the right side. A.J. Alexander into the end zone for another Wolves touchdown.
Yeah, well, Mr. Alexander, he breaks the line of scrimmage. I tell you what, he's got that speed to take it the distance. That's exactly what happened. Another flag on the turf. Let's see what the call is.
And the extra point attempt by the Wolves is good. And with 11:50 to go in the ball game, Dothan leads Enterprise 62-21. And Dothan penalized on the kickoff, kicking from the 25. And a good kick. Going to be fielded at the 20-yard line, takes it across 25, 30, 35, 40, and up near the 46-yard line. So the Cats start in good field position as we're just into this fourth quarter.
and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And Houston in at quarterback for the Wildcats. Takes it, hands it off, and he'll be across midfield. Knowles on the carry down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I think most of the starters, other than the quarterback in the ball game for the Cats, Knowles is sort of like a starter, but I think this is a good move by Coach Blackman. Get Mac Houston some reps.
Second and 2 for the Cats at the 47. 11:07 to go in the ball game. Houston back to pass, gets pressure, spins, and brought down. Penalty flag comes in as I believe he got his face mask going down, Coach.
I believe you're right. Good job by the Wolves secondary. Mac couldn't find anybody open. Good break for the Cats, so got the penalty to get the first down.
First and 10 for the Cats. Houston, shotgun formation from the 47. Hands it off up the middle. Gets across the line of scrimmage and down to the 39-yard line. Knowles on the carry.
Knowles on the carry for the Wildcats. Stopping the 39-yard line. Andrews making the tackle for the Wolves.
Just like Pate Pritchett checking into the offensive line.
Houston back to pass, gets pressure, takes it off the right side, got some running room inside the 40, 35, and down to the 29-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Wildcat. Watson Glass first down.
Good job by Mac Houston. Coverage was good down the field. He wisely just kept the football, picked up first down yardage.
Wildcat first down at the 30-yard line near hash mark. 5:30 to go in the ball game. Enterprise trailing 62-21. Hands it off to Knowles. Hit quickly as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Maybe pick up 2 or 3 yards. Brings up second down.
Yeah, that was a good job by the linebacker for the Wolves. Met him right at the line of scrimmage. Good hard running from Knowles.
Penalty goes against Enterprise.
Yeah.
And official timeout for something, Coach. Not really sure what.
Yeah, this game's kind of slowed down a little bit.
And he's ready to Wind the clock. Houston back to pass. Gets pressure, hit from behind, fumble picked up by the Wolves and taken down at the 48-yard line. And the Wolves take over 1st and 10.
Aaron Scott on the recovery for the Wolves. 1st and 10 Dothan at the 47-yard line.
First and 10, the Wolves from their own 47-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, brought away back to pass, throws it long, has a man open inside the 30, but out of bounds, incomplete.
Runaway's pass incomplete, brings up 2nd down.
Second and 10. Hands it off to his first man off the right side. He's got some running room. The number 21 is going to take it all the way to the end zone for a Wolves touchdown. Meadows on the carry once again, and once he got through the line, Coach, there was no one there to stop him.
Yeah, just too much speed. I'm kind of surprised a little bit. He had him still in the game. Of course, Broadway was in the game throwing, with a 62-21 lead. In the 4th quarter, I just thought that they needed to be on the sideline.
And both teams starting to cramp up a little bit.
They need to get the mustard out, pop it into their mouth, get rid of those cramps.
And we're ready for the extra point. As Wolves line up. Hold is down, good hold, and kick is up. And the kick is good. And with 7:54 to go in the ball game, Dothan Wolves lead 69-21 here in Enterprise. You're watching Enterprise High School football presented by McDonald's on the Wildcat NFHS Sports Networks.
Extra point good. Dothan 69, Enterprise 21.
Baldwin and number 18 for the Wildcats. Back deep. Queen. Pooch kick. And fielded Cook on the reception up near the 44-yard line, and the Cats start 1st and 10. 7:40 to go in the ball game. First and 10. Houston takes a snap, hands it off to 32, up the middle across midfield, runs over one and finally down inside the 45-yard line. Good hard run by the Wildcats. As Buford is in for the Cats. Picks up a Wildcat first down. Watson Glass, sponsor of our first down.
Yeah, Buford's a big running back. He's young, but he's going to get some experience. Now we might can use him later on in the season.
Houston pulls it down, nowhere to go, hit quickly for a yard loss.
Houston on the carry towards the game, brings up 2nd down. Varner making the tackle for the Wolves.
Hands it off to Buford again around the right side, inside the 40, 35, and down inside the 26 to about the 25. And he'll have enough for another Wildcat Watson Glass first down.
Yeah, good hard running, good blocking up front. I think the starting offensive line may still be in the ball game for the Cats. Some of the receivers are backups, and of course Buford is a backup, as well as Mac Houston.
1st and 10 from the 25. Again, Buford up the middle, cuts it to the right side, 20, 15, and down to the 11.
Buford on the carry down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, the heat timeout on the field, brought to you by BTB Wings of Enterprise, Boll Weevil Circle and Dothan Street, open till 10 o'clock. 10% discount for those that go in with a uniform, jersey, or cheerleader uniform on. And Houston throws to the end zone, incomplete.
He had an open receiver. He probably rushed it just a little bit, a little anxious, but this is good experience for him. Cats have a chance to put another touchdown on the board.
Houston takes the handoff to Buford. Buford down to the 2-yard line.
I think he's just short of first down yard. I think gets inside the 1 will be a first down. So Cats ought to put Gibson in the end zone.
Again, Buford on the carry. Touchdown, Wildcats. And good hard run that series by Darian Buford for the Cats. As the Cats get ready to attempt the point after. And Coach, I just realized the kick is up and good, but Kate's Blackman doing the snapping.
Yes, Coach mentioned that at quarterback club that he kind of an emergency situation. Our regular snapper, I think, received a hand injury, and Kate's has been called on to snap. He's done a good job. Our kicking game has held up well. We just got overwhelmed tonight by the Wolves offense. They're just too fast for us. Great execution. You got to give them credit. We tip our hat. Coach Kennedy is a great coach, and of course he's got a couple of Enterprise guys, Justin Jones and Jackson Hanson, on his coaching staff, and so you just give them all the credit.
And boat ride kicking off for the Wildcats. Pooch kick to the far side, fielded at the 23, cuts it across the 30, 35, finally brought down up near the 38-yard line.
Reeves on return for the Wolves. Penalty flag at the 28-yard line.
And penalty goes against the Wolves. I believe it was a block in the back. We don't really know, Coach. I forgot to bring our referee with us tonight to help us with those calls.
I know it.
First and 10 for Dothan from their own 18-yard line. New quarterback in for the Wolves. Takes it off the left side, got some running room, breaks a tackle, number 6 with it, and he's going to cut it across the 40-45 and knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field. Reeves on the carry.
Reeves on the carry, out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Stopped by Causey. Pick up the Wolves, first down.
First and 10 at the 48. .38 around the right side, causes there, breaks that tackle, and he's going to be stopped just across midfield at the 49.
Gray on the carry for Dothan out at the 49-yard line. Second down.
And brings up second and a 7. As line of scrimmage is the 49-yard line of the Cats. .245 to go in the ball game. Dothan up 49-28 here in Enterprise. Keeps it, goes up the middle, follows the block, and he's going to be down to the 46.
Yeah, both teams have, I think, all new players in the football game, which is good. They all need to get a chance to play. Get a little film on them during the game action.
Youngblood making the stop for Enterprise.
Third and 2 for the Wolves at the 42-yard line of the Cats. .38 Cuts it back inside, got some running room, and he's going to be inside the 35 to the 34-yard line before Causey makes a stop, along with number 36 for the Wildcats.
They've got some new players in the game, but they haven't lost any speed and quickness. That was great execution. He popped it right into the secondary to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line of the Cats. Takes it inside the 30. And he'll pick up about 5 yards.
We're under a minute. This may be the last play. We'll see what the Wolves decide to do.
Second and a long 5 inside the Wildcat 28-yard line. Hands it off around the right side. Hit quickly but bounces back outside. And tackled right near the first down yard marker over around the 23-yard line.
I believe that's going to do it. The official is letting the clock run.
Brings a third and short at the 24-yard line.
I'm not sure what's going on. I thought the official was going to let the clock run out, and all of a sudden they stopped it.
And this should be the last play of the game, as I think both teams were kind of giving some instructions while they were at the sideline. Third and short. As Neal looks to the sideline for the call. Neal takes a snap, takes a knee, and that will do it here at Enterprise as the Dothan Wolves have defeated the Enterprise Wildcats. 95th meeting here, 69-28. We'll wrap it up in just a few moments with Ricky Adams in the postgame show. But hats off to the Dothan Wolves and Coach Jed Kennedy.
Yeah, Fox, the Wolves, other than the first play, or second play of the game when Mason Burkhardt took off for about 65-yard touchdown, from then on it was all Wolves. We just didn't have an answer for them. The team's just too good, particularly offensively, and you know, again, like you said, Paul, we just tip our hat to them, give them all the credit. But you know, our coaches kept coaching, our players kept playing, and that's all you can do. And I'm proud of them for that. And you know, it doesn't get any easier next week having to travel up to Auburn. But that's the nature of 7A football here in the state of Alabama.
That's right. And Auburn coming out with a win last night up at Opelika. And then following the Auburn game, we're back home against Central here at home. Then we'll have a week off before we start again. And once again, your final score here, Enterprise, the Dothan Wolves 69, Enterprise 28. We'll take a moment as the band is fixing to play and be back to wrap it up here at Bill Bacon Field.
I think Ricky's ready to go.
All right, with the post-game show where the Wildcats have come up short. Dothan Wolves winning 69-28 here at home. Here's Ricky Adams to wrap it up.
I can tell you without a doubt, in the history of Enterprise football that began in 1913, this is the most points the Wildcats have ever surrendered in one game. We've had seasons when we didn't give up this many, but Dothan was ready to play, and they had the tools to play it with, so here goes the numbers. For the Wildcats, 15 first downs, 20 rushing attempts for 170 yards, 13 of 23 passing with 1 interception, 153 yards passing, giving us a total offense of 323 yards, penalized 7 times for 70 yards, and we lost our only fumble. Now then, for the Dothan Wolves, 29 first downs, 56 rushing attempts for 611 yards, 4 of 7 passing for 50 yards, giving them 661 yards in total offense. They were penalized 12 times for 140 yards and still scored right at 70 points if they hadn't missed an extra point. Let's see. In the third quarter, after it was 42-14 at the half with 7:42 to play, in the third quarter, Jordan Rollins ran 19 yards and Castillo kicked the point, making it 49-14. That was a 7-play, 61-yard drive. Enterprise answered when Buck Halter threw to Kenyon Kilo for a 28-yard touchdown pass. Our man Soka, whatever his name is, kicked the point, 49-21. With 6:46 to play. Then with 3:32 to play in the third quarter, A.J. Alexander ran 9 yards, and they missed the point after touchdown. That was an 7-play, 50-yard drive, 55-21. In the fourth quarter, with 11:51 to go, a 6-play, 90-yard drive ended with a 32-yard run by Alexander. Braden Jenkins kicked the point, 62-21. Then with 7:54 to play, Metters ran 53 yards in the cap a 2-play drive, and then they had a 70 that made it 69-21. Then we had a 7-play 66-yard drive, and Darian Buford ran the final 2 yards, and so what's his name kicked the point, 69-21. I've never seen numbers like that, Rex, for or against us.
Yeah, just one of those nights. I tell you, you can't figure out what happened. Just again, give Dothan credit. They look like a well-oiled machine tonight, particularly on offense. They've got a lot of talent. But again, I give credit to the Cats. They battled all the way, as I knew that they would. But you know, the season will continue next week. It doesn't get any easier as we head up to the Auburn Tigers.
Oh, we got to go up there?
Unfortunately.
Jose Roca is our kicker. Fox, you got any final words?
I know, just to encourage everyone to go out and support the Cats as we travel to Auburn. If we don't see you at the game, I'm sure we'll see you at Buc-ee's.
Well, that seems to be all she wrote tonight from us. So reminding you, sadly, of the final score once again. The Dothan Wolves 69-28 over the Wildcats for Brian Harvin and the 4 guys who didn't know. The little boy dressed in white, Drew Danner, recovered the fumble that preserved the win at Pike Road last week. I don't know your names, but y'all were wearing blue tonight. This is Ricky Adams inviting you to join us at the same Cat time, at the same Cat channel next Friday night from Duck Sanford Stadium in Auburn, Alabama for 7A Region 2 football. Until then, please heed these words from Dan Matthews. If you want to be a clown, join the circus, stay off the highways. Keep the biscuits warm, Mildred. We're headed home. You've been tuned to the Wildcat Sports Network.